with my son watch far superior crapshoot. Womp womp.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host,
Fucking diabolical.
James. I call him James. Everyone else calls him Jimmy. Just works like that.
Sir.
A lot of things happen this week, James. Well, today is the day that this podcast is supposed to come out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have to do that soon. And I have some other things I need to do. I need to return an Amazon package after this as well. And take care of my pets and all that. Do all the house chores because my mother and my sister are on vacation. They went to China and now I'm all alone.
You're telling me we've had the time to come and record the crapshoot in person?
Well, I mean, my father's at home. And also,
your father can be in
and
on
also
it.
My dogs probably wouldn't
Your
like
father
you very
and dog
much.
can be in on it.
My dogs probably wouldn't like you very much.
Dad.
They'd make a recording very difficult.
Listen, we can have the dad shoot.
I don't know about that one. I don't think he's not really the kind of guy that'd be too fun to talk with on the crapshoot.
And then my dad will just say what, and then he'll say a couple other things.
Yeah, but at least your dad says some funny things. Mine gets, mine's a pretty serious dude.
Are they intentionally funny or are they awkwardly funny?
It's not funny. Zero funny. There is no funny to be had.
I meant my dad.
Oh, your dad? Obviously, both. He's both funny intentionally and unintentionally. There's a certain level of charm there.
Yeah, it's my friend JD. The Oriental.
Exactly. That's the kind of humor that we hunger for here on the crapshoot.
Oh. No.
Yeah. So I do have some things on the topic list. They're actually quite a lot compared to last episode.
Well, I bet I have one that you haven't said.
Well, first of all, did you notice in the previous episode, did you watch it? Did you actually listen to it or no?
No, not this time around. I didn't.
Okay, that's good because I don't know if you remember this, but during the last one, I think I said something and you were like, hey, you're going to forget to edit it out. And then I did edit it out. And now it just seems like you're insane. So
Jesus Christ.
It was when we were talking about, I remember now.
That's what's at the top of the hour. My effort that he didn't
listen
to.
It's when we were talking about dead internet theory, I was doing the bit where I was like, I'm a believer, right? I'm like defending this conspiracy theory. And at one point I said like, they think this happened or something. And you were like, no, you just said they think it happened, not that it actually happened. And then I edited out what I said. So it just went like, this happened. And you're like, no, you said this. They think it happened. Anyway, now you look like an idiot, James. You look exactly like what you are.
I'm really glad our average 10 listeners will think I'm insane.
Yeah, our average 10 listeners.
They hear this part of the episode where you explain what you did, and they're like, "Oh my god, we've been so wrong about."
Yeah, they were just. I don't know if anyone has noticed. I know you definitely haven't noticed that. Sometimes I just edit like random words out. Like I'll just pick like a time slot. I'll listen to the conversation that happens there. And I'll be like, what sentence can I edit out here that just makes everything just make zero sense? I just need to I'll cut out like maybe 3 seconds.
Another intro where I say something after you lead me into saying something.
I plug in James's voice into like a AI voice generator so I could get him to say vile things.
Clip of me saying the thing about black people.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. I need to dig around and find it. And just play it randomly.
A really early episode.
It was, but it was right at the beginning, so that was.
You're just gonna drop that in like the middle of random episodes every now and then, and be like, "Did you notice?"
I mean, recently I started streaming more often. Recently,
you did
like, Elden Ring and stuff.
What? I don't think I'm getting notifications for that.
And some dudes come in. They're pretty cool guys. They help me. They tell me some helpful tips, and one of them. I guess he snooped around on my channel. He asked me about episode 196 or no 169.
What was 169?
It was the Twitch nudity policy thing. And I
Oh.
put the picture of one of the streamers that was like pretend topless, like from the
Mm-hmm.
shoulders up. Yeah, and he was asking me about that. So that was pretty funny. But anyway, more important news: The Boys, season 4. It's
Oi,
ended.
Ewie.
It's over.
Homelander.
I haven't watched it. I saw some clips. I see every time a new episode drops, I see like one or two clips from it. And this time it was we are Venom, and then somebody gets ripped in half. Spoilers,
Oh
by the way.
yeah.
Somebody gets ripped in half, and it was also another clip of I don't remember the other clip actually, but
Yeah, so
that was the clip that I was
Butcher's
really. Oh no, the other clip was the boy. He pushes an old lady against a wall, and like stares a little bit at her and leaves. I thought that was pretty funny too.
I feel like that would be a really funny sped up meme. With like a little like a Japanese like some kind of like cutesy Japanese poppy song
There
like
was a
behind
really
it.
funny boys edit I saw. It was a short, and it was like Indian movie editors be like, and it was the scene where I think Homelander is fighting Butcher and the Captain America guy. He's fighting both of them in like an
Soldier Boy.
abandoned house or something, and it was the
A
point
manor,
where
not abandoned.
it was the point where Butcher's like, "Oi," and then he like walks down the stairs or something. But it was edited like an Indian movie, so it was like a bunch of like cuts and zoom ins on their
All
faces.
the snap cut noises as well.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah, like the
boom, boom,
whoosh,
boom.
whoosh, and then like the lightning effects. It goes black and white, and then it does a
Wow,
bunch of
wow,
like
wow,
side
wow.
wipes. And it was it was Homelander's face when he starts turning his head and looking over toward Butcher. It was funny. I think I could find it and send it to you real quick. But anyway, that was a really funny thing. I was thinking in my mind like Toby Maguire. He's like, I gotta beat an old lady with his stick to get this, and that was the old lady just getting slammed against the wall.
So would you like some context for those two scenes?
Um, sure.
So
Oh, I found it. Here it is. It's gonna play a
Butcher
little bit, but
Butcher decided, hey, I'm gonna keep taking that compound V that turns you into a soup. And he kept doing it, and then a tumor
into a
grew in his
soup.
brain. But
What
then the
store are you
tumor,
in? The soup store.
the soup store.
The soup
Uh,
store.
Why are you buying clothes in the soup store? Uh, Such a great video. But yeah, Butcher's been taking more compound V in secret, not telling anyone, and now it's made the tumor in his brain
Oh, he's
come
like addicted to
alive.
drugs.
Yeah, except the drugs make you super.
Tumor in his brain.
Yeah, the tumor in his brain now is super, and it's basically a
It's a super
Venom.
tumor in his brain.
Yeah, it like literally was killing him. Like he was on death's door throughout most of the last episode, and then like the moment he shows up with like the tentacles, he's
Yeah.
like completely young again and everything. Like he no
He's
longer
like
has
totally
all like the
cool.
fucking yeah. He looks like he looks normal again. It's like, oh my god, this thing is
I
like
did
Venom.
see I
It
did
was
see him
eating
from a couple of
alive
clips where he's like he looks like
in a
super
hospital
haggard
room.
and like more
Yeah,
wrinkles on his face. His eyes are like always bloodshot. He looks high all the time.
his
That's what he
hair
looked
was
like.
turning white.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so funny. It's like, oh my god, he literally is Venom though.
I
It was
saw a
like
clip where
literally
he's
eating him
talking to
alive.
like some dude at a bar and he's like, "Take that, wanka," and then he gets up and immediately
So that's
faints onto the
so
ground.
that's his subconscious's personification of the tumor. Essentially, the tumor is
Ah, the tumor is
Negan
that
from
guy.
the Walking Dead, but in the show
Oh,
he's
I
called
see.
Kessler. And Kessler
And he
was an
takes a
old friend of
spiked
Butcher's.
baseball bat and he's like, and he's like, "Oh my god, you got a bit of brain poking through your head."
He goes, "You can run, you can hide." Starts whistling. I can't whistle. So Kessler is this like dead guy that Butcher thought wasn't dead because the tumor was fucking with his brain. Turns out
Mhm.
he was dead, and this was a fucking like ghost in his brain. So the Negan essentially represents the tumor, and it gave him superpowers again. This time he's like very indestructible, it seems, and strong enough to rip somebody else who is indestructible in half completely. So I think it's implying that he could solo Homelander because
Indestructible.
the person he ripped in half, fucking point blank, took Homelander's heat vision
Like
and didn't
indestructible
flinch.
in the same sense that invincible is indestructible.
No, again, in the sense of the person he ripped in half was lasered by Homelander and like didn't flinch. There was no damage left to them. They were like still normal.
Yeah, but was like Homelander like seriously trying to laser? I know he like controls lasers to some point. He's like trying to seriously laser her, or is it
I mean,
just
he
like
like lasers her in the
is it
face
like just a
from like
little
a
zap?
foot away. It was to be fair, he did do this to another character with the same powers that this lady has in one of the spin-off shows, and they were also alive and fine. So I think it's this power specifically also kind of grounds some invulnerability in a sense,
Okay,
to a point that you can like Homelander's heat vision like kills you pretty quickly. It's not like it takes like a moment to cut through. It's like it just goes. It's
it
just
just
done.
goes.
Yeah, so it's if it's you're having no effect from getting hit by it point blank, I imagine you're pretty like, fucking solid when it comes to how like
I don't know. Maybe you
invulnerable
just
you
have
are to
really
it.
high heat resistance, but everything else is like not that great.
No, I don't think so, because I think it's more than just heat. I think it's also the force of it and whatnot. But yeah, Butcher ripped her in half, and she was a pretty major character. She was the one that was popping people's heads in previous seasons.
Oh, of course, that character. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Dick. But yeah, and for the other scene where the old lady gets pushed, that's Mallory. She's been basically the handler of the boys, the group. Not
The
okay. So what I
handler,
just said, the handler of the boys is a
where she's like
pretty
Bane.
crazy
She's the
sentence.
person that says the thermal drill, go get it.
Yeah, like literally. You know what? That's actually probably the best way to explain this. So yeah, that's actually really close. And Butcher is Dallas. But yeah, she's like the handler of the boys, and
And
that kid
Butcher's more like
is.
Hoxton because he's British.
I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to imply it, but Mother's Milk is Chains. Just
I think
calmer.
that might fit. Yeah. Wait, is mother like ex-military or something?
No, he's just. He's just the big buff guy.
That works too.
He's the big buff black guy who yells "motherfucker" a lot.
I did see a comment about that where like every single scene that Mother Milk's in, he's just like, "Ain't this a
Motherfucker.
motherfucker" or something.
Yeah, because
He
his
pulls like
name's
a
Mother's
Samuel L.
Milk.
Jackson, just says "motherfucker" a bunch.
I think it's because his name is Mother's Milk. His real name is
Why?
Marvin
Why is
Milk.
his name? Why do people call him Mother's Milk? Is there like a
Because
backstory about that, or
in the comics, he'd always be drinking his mother's milk, quite literally, even into
he
adulthood.
actually
He
just
drinks it.
wait? He
Yeah, because the comics are really bad and don't have much substance to them. So the writer went, "What's a funny way to disparage this character? Ooh, let's make it that he's solely dependent on always drinking his mother's milk."
that's the only thing he consumes is his mother's milk, his
I
actual
mean,
mother's milk.
yes, and also apparently his mother's milk quite literally has compound V in it for some reason. So that's how
It's
he
a
keeps his
natural
superpowers.
producer of compound
Yeah, I
V.
don't know. It's weird. The comics don't make sense. They're very fucking stupid and dumb. And just
Yeah, as compared to the
so
show,
fucking
it's
dumb.
just the show is just way much better. Cut to the,
Yes,
cut to the clip of,
no,
of
I'm sorry,
Homelander getting
JD.
squirted with milk, or
Yeah.
like the other
Here,
clip
let's
of
cut
like
to the let's
one of the
cut to the
characters
clip
getting.
of Huey just taking a shit on the floor for no reason.
I saw the clip of
Constantly
Spider-Man getting
people
ripped in half.
winning their. Oh, that guy.
Cut to the clip of him like fucking like shooting out like
Shitting
nut
webs.
out of his butthole. Yeah, that's way better.
JD, you say it like a joke, but it is way better. It's better than anything the comics have done. Like that, not joking, is better.
I think
than
it just
anything
looks
the comics
worse
have
when
done.
I don't have the context for it. Because the
Yeah, of
only
course
thing
it
I've seen
will.
from the show is him. I think him getting milk squirted. Like he drinks so much milk. Homelander.
Oh yeah, that's because Homelander is like a baby man, so he's like milk.
Just a little baby man.
They gave him mother's milk.
They gave
Mother's milk.
he became the mother's milk in the show.
There
It
was
just
literally
switched.
a moment.
It switched from mother's milk to Homelander. And
So
you're like,
the
oh my
person-
god, the comic is so bad because mother's milk actually drinks
Oh, and I'll be
mother's
right back.
milk,
I gotta
but the
look
show
at
is
it.
way better
Make my
because it's
headphones up.
Homelander drinking breast milk instead. Now, see, genius, boom. I know it's not exactly like that, but it's just funny. They managed to keep the breast milk in there. That was one of the points that did the comic book Maker have any say in the show? Like he was like, did he like tell him what needed to be in the show or not? Okay, James. I mean, we could do. You didn't have to hit me with the silent
All
treatment.
right,
I
I'm
know what
back.
I'm saying is a bit too real for you, but
I'm back. No,
we
I'm
don't. We
back.
don't have
I
to be
literally said
so.
I had to get up to let my cat out,
We don't have to be
Jamie.
so sensitive. Now you're making excuses on that. It's okay. Just
I mean, the
anyway.
people will
How'd you
hear it
like
as you went
season
on your
four?
weird rant about mother's milk. Uh, I liked season four. It was really good. I think it was. I don't know if it was the best. I'd
Season out
say.
of all of them, or
No, I wouldn't say it's the best season out of all of them. I really love the ending, though. Like, I think the ending hits really hard.
what is the ending?
Um,
Spoilers, by the way.
Basically, Butcher fucks up all the plans of the boys, and Homelander is now basically the unseen president of the United States.
Cool.
Yeah, because they frame, or no, they don't
Get
really
down, Mr.
frame. They just kind
President.
of
Get down.
expose. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that
I'll
near
do
the
a
end.
I'll do a segue because it will segue pretty good, and we can segue from the boys for this. But basically, they frame slash expose the other president elect for trying to have his vice president assassinated. The lady that gets ripped in half. She does get ripped in half, and he's now framed for the murder because he says on camera that he wanted them to kill her, but they didn't do it. It's you got to watch the episode. But
I
basically,
just had to
right
watch it.
now,
Yeah.
yeah, you do,
Yeah, but
bitch,
what if I just
fucker,
didn't?
bitch.
Had too much of the
Uh,
boys rub off on you.
Oi, JD, just watch the bloody show.
Boy.
Have yourself a bit of a chinwag, eh? Um, but yeah, in the finale, the boys now are on the run because with Homelander as basically the sleeping president of the U.S. now, or whatever the term is called, where it's like they're the president without like officially being kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
He's
It's the
he's
mastermind.
yeah, he publicly announces I'm calling a fucking headhunt on the people known as the boys.
Does he
I'm
say it? Does he say
deploying.
the boys?
No, he doesn't. I'm
Ah,
just saying it
damn.
to paraphrase.
That'd be an insane drop where
They
he's
do
just like,
call them the
I need
boys,
okay, I need everyone. These people are bad. They're called the boys season 4.
but
And they
but
need
there's
to
a girl
yeah, but it's like the same way how like
lasers him through the
it's like the
head.
same way how guys is used to just describe like a group of people, if there's like
No, it's
women in
not the
there.
same actually.
It's like the same. It's like the boys.
Actually, the boys.
It's
Actually,
the
not
boys
the
with
same.
a DA and then boys. So it's
It's spelled like the boys
not
in
like a
Idaho.
literal. They're all
The
literally boys.
boys.
It's like just a
The
group of
boys.
yeah.
The boys.
Anyway, you wouldn't
So
understand since you're not part of any of the boys.
so
So
I'm taking my headphones off.
you're just a loner,
Uh,
James. You don't have any friends.
So
You
the
don't have
boys are
anyone you
now on the
call the
run
boys.
as Homelander deploys hundreds of soups to go after them, and then the episode literally ends with every single one of them being caught and captured by their own respective heroes. Mother's Milk is once again haunted by a guy known as Love Sausage.
Mother's Milk
This-
versus Love Sausage.
Love Sausage has been a character
Finally
who's
a
been
worthy opponent.
this guy has literally been haunting Mother's Milk as a character since season 2. He keeps appearing in Mother's Milk's life to make it the worst it can be.
What is his powers? What does Love Sausage do?
He's got like the general super strength and like kind of durability and whatnot,
Can
but
he just
also
can he control the size of his wiener? Is that what is?
yeah,
Really?
yeah, he
Oh.
has a it's basically like Mr. Fantastic's arms, but solely for his penis.
Really? That's
And yes,
did I actually? Are you messing with me right now,
yes,
James?
no, I'm not. That's genuinely
Holy
it.
crap! I actually guessed. his power. There we go.
And he's Russian.
It's crazy.
And
The
wears,
boys should. The writing is so. I mean, geniuses think alike. So I don't doubt it.
I mean, it's a better use of the character than what they did in the comics, where they're just like, I don't know, you're a Russian superhero, we guess, and like you just have a big dick. It doesn't do anything, and there's no point. You just have one.
So you think a Russian superhero who just has a big dick and it doesn't and is worse than a superhero who can control the length of his penis.
Because I think one does something and the other doesn't. I think
Yeah.
one's just, hey, he has super strength and I guess a big dick, but that's it.
And
And
the other
then the
one has
other's like,
super strength and he can also control the size of his penis.
yeah,
Okay.
it's not just the size; it's he controls the whole
The
thing.
length,
Like
the whole thing. It's just a whole, it's like another appendage.
it's like a tail.
Yeah. It's a tail attached to the front of his body, you know?
One could call it a third leg. But yeah, this character, he literally, Mother's Milk is in the bathroom of an airport, about to like leave and take off, and then all of a sudden you see the dick creep up behind him and tap him on the shoulder. And then when he turns around, he just gets knocked out by it because Mother's Milk in the show doesn't have superpowers, so he's just like a kind of strong, normal dude. So it's
Oh,
like he
he
just goes
doesn't have
back.
he doesn't have
Yeah,
superpowers?
in the show he doesn't have powers, which is nice
Do
because
all of
it's
them have superpowers now except him?
no.
Okay.
No, so Huey and Butcher only had temporary powers last season. Butcher kept taking the temp V, so now he has permanent powers within the tumor that lives inside of him.
Okay.
Kamiko has powers because she was given it while she was young, so she's had permanent powers. And then nobody else on the boys, minus Starlight now, because she's a member of the boys, has had superpowers.
Okay.
Uh, so yeah, he gets knocked out by
He gets knocked
Love
out by a
sausage.
penis.
Yes, and it's like so stupid because you could see like like you can see his reflection in the mirror. You can't see him, but
I'll give it to you. That is pretty funny.
you
Like
see.
if like between choosing a Russian superhero that just has normal powers, knocking out Mother's Milk like his fist, I'd much prefer this superhero knocking him out with his penis instead, like an extendable penis.
Well, to be fair, again, this guy's been doing this for 3 seasons now.
Yeah, it's even funnier the third time.
It really is because the first time you're like, it's a shock when you see it the first time because he's like in an insane asylum for superheroes.
It's a shock when you
This
see it the
guy's in
first
there.
time, and it's a hilarious
Yes.
jape when you see it the third time.
Yes, it's oh no, he can't escape.
It's
He's
oh no,
always
here
haunted.
comes the penis again.
Here comes Love Sausage. Then Frenchie and Kamiko, because they're running away together, they're attacked by two characters from the show Gen V. This is spoilers for Gen V. At the end of the show, the rest of the main cast is locked away inside some kind of doorless, windowless, just four-walled room in the middle of probably somewhere in the ground. Whereas the other two characters who turned evil are now members of the Vought family, aka the people that own the boys. Sorry, own the Seven, the superhero group. The boys are not.
Yeah, I was
the
about to
superhero
say
group.
you're confusing me here, James. Like what?
So Homelander.
So Homelander gets attacked by
Love Sausage.
Oversea Lander, and now we're gonna.
By Oriental Lander. Oriental Lander.
I can't wait to see Oriental Lander come in.
I can't wait to draw that on stream.
Yeah, the CCP Homelander.
CCP Homelander. It's just gonna be the owner of TikTok.
The CCP Lander.
But yeah, so Frenchie and Kamiko are attacked by the characters Sam and fucking Caitlin. I couldn't remember her name. Sam is like borderline Homelander kind of strong. They show in Gen V that he's like one of the strongest. He has like the biggest potential of all Stoops. He just has a very immature mind. So he's
like,
kind of like
just talking about like regular power, like strength and.
Yeah, it's advanced everything. He can like basically leap. He's like early days Superman where he couldn't fly, but he can jump really high and far. He has super speed, super strength. He's got like all the stuff, but he just can't fly. He can't do like some of the extra abilities Homelander has. But
So
he's
let me just clear this up real
either
quick.
as strong or stronger.
Do all the superheroes in the show just have like super strength, just like varying
No.
levels of it, or
No,
No?
they make it pretty clear that some superheroes don't have super strength. Characters like Translucent from season 1, while he's very indestructible, like even more than probably Homelander was, while he had his invisibility turned
well, he had
on.
his penis out, yeah.
Oh yeah, he does strip to go invisible. Um, uh,
Yeah.
he he uh he doesn't have super strength, is what it shows. He has like above average strength, but not super strength.
Hmm.
Characters like Ezekiel, he can stretch really far. Like he's basically Mr. Fantastic, but he doesn't have super strength. He just has the ability to like kind of use the stretchiness and like the speed he can stretch at to help accelerate it. But again, yeah, no super strength. Uh, I'm not going to go into every single one. I'm just gonna. I realize
I
I
was
was
about to
about
say,
to.
James, the second
Yeah.
you sound like you're about to go into every single one, like how every single time I'm like, oh well, just give me like 3 sentences to describe this movie, and you're like, well,
Sorry, I
first
pulled up
what
my
happens in the
whiteboard for
movie
a
is
second. I pulled up my whiteboard for a second. I was going down the list here. But yeah, no, not everybody does. But Sam has like potential to be stronger than Homelander and Soldier Boy, who are currently, I think, the two strongest, or the as far as we've seen to be the two strongest.
okay.
And Caitlyn can basically, once she touches her skin to your skin in any kind of way, she can make you do anything. She has power over the mind in that kind of way. So basically, she makes Frenchie, the non-powered person, just kind of come along quietly while Sam beats up Kamiko and then holds her still as she tries to fight back. Again, Kamiko is a
Cool.
very strong character who has shown that she can like basically kill mini soups with how strong she is.
Yeah,
She
she's
punches
like
him and
got
he just
super
like
strength. She just not doesn't have like as much super strength as Sam does.
yeah, and it's no joke. People have said he just mewed at her, and it's literally the whole
Well, he's
like
been on a longer mewing
hush,
streak, so of
and
course
then
he's stronger.
I want to see if I can find a GIF to show you Sam Gen V.
Mewing. You got to put mewing at the end of that.
No, he just normed himself up.
He hits her with a
That's
mog,
just his
and
resting face.
he mogs at her, and then she just dies.
Let's see if I can find a good one because a lot of them are just of him talking.
Okay, so they get captured, and then
Yeah, they get captured, and then Starlight and Huey, because they were running away together, they get caught by a character who disappeared in season two, and people have been waiting to see pop back up. I forget their name, but they're also from the insane asylum that Love Sausage was from, and their power specifically is they are Magneto. And
huh.
it's very interesting because everyone was expecting them to have a supervillain twist, like with their ending, but they have now shown that they're a member of Homelander's team, so they're going to be a hero. Well, in the sense of publicly, they'll be a hero.
Uh-huh. Magneto, huh?
Yeah, from X-Men,
Yeah.
magnetism.
Yeah.
So this isn't a great shot, but this is the best shot I could get of Sam. He like literally, she punches him, and he just like stares at her doing the mewing face, and he's got like
He's
a
got the
really
perfect
sharp
mewing.
jawline.
He's got the perfect mewing face. Yeah, like
He literally does, because whenever he's not saying anything, he's just
yeah.
mewing already.
Well, yeah, because when he's not saying anything, he's on the mewing streak. You know, he points to his jawline, traces it. You know, that's how he
And
gets his
it's
power.
he like literally whips his head a bit to the side, then looks back at her and kind of like does like the kind of like like the kissy face almost, like with the way he's just kind of like the
Sucks in
hush.
the cheeks.
Yeah,
It emphasizes the jawline. Says
hush
okay.
traces jawline.
Traces jawline. Shakes
Which,
head first. Traces jawline.
by the way, he says hush to the only mute character who can't talk.
That's cool. That's based.
Actually, fun fact: Kamiko does talk. This is her first time talking in the show outside of the time where in her dream she was able to talk. Uh, she
So she's not
says her
actually
first words,
mute.
and she was psychologically mute. Like she was so tormented that she couldn't physically allow herself to speak, even if she wanted to. Until now, when she watches them pull Frenchie away, she's not able to do anything to help. So
Uh
she
huh.
starts screaming out the word "no."
Oh,
Um,
that's a
but yeah,
pretty
then
good first word to have.
yeah, it's like Caesar from
No.
just like that. No,
Exactly. Just like no.
no.
We're
Help
gonna
me,
take you
super
away.
guy.
We're gonna put
Oh,
you in prison. No.
oh.
No.
But yeah, Huey gets taken by Vought, and as Starlight is about to have her fight with the Magneto chick, Huey like tells Starlight, "No, get out of here," and she nods her head and then flies off because she just got her powers back as well because she was struggling to use them. And that's how it ends. But like
She was
it,
struggling to, okay. Yeah.
again, you have to watch the show, but they have a big buildup of her not mentally feeling like she can
No.
like use her powers again.
You're gonna have to watch the show. No.
I'll kill you. But yeah, they have a really good song that plays along with this. If you know the song, you can kind of figure out ahead of time how this is going to go. We see Butcher
Spider-Man,
is now riding with
Spider-Man.
no,
Yeah,
go
butchers
ahead.
with who?
Go ahead. No, fuck me, right?
Well, yeah, but go ahead.
Okay. Butcher
Okay.
Butcher Butcher is riding in a his car by himself with the only existing piece of virus that will kill any suit it touches. Probably not strong enough to kill Homelander, they say in the show, but Butcher takes it anyways to go fight Homelander with, and he's riding off
Cool.
into the abyss by himself until he looks in the mirror and sees that it's not him in the mirror, it's
Cool.
Kessler, aka Negan.
It's a giant tumor. It's just a gross like flesh monster, and he
Hmm.
goes ah.
He goes, uh-huh.
He goes oh.
Uh, But yeah, the ending's really solid with the way that it leaves off because again, the music that plays, the way they do the scenes and everything, and the kind of way that they're like, "Hey, they're all captured. What the fuck are we gonna do next season?" Essentially, I'm hoping
Well,
they'll come out
I'll
with
guess what
season
happens next
two of.
season. Butcher goes in, he sucks, he puts the virus up his butthole, and he's like, "Oi!" And then he shits out the virus
Oi,
all over the
Erie.
place. And then Homelander walks through the mist unaffected, and all the other superheroes like, "Oh, oh!" And then like a bunch of them die, probably the majority of them. And then maybe some
So
good
you read
guys
the
die.
comic, I see.
Yeah, basically.
That's no joke, not far off from how the comic ends.
Really? I
The
mean,
way,
if I
not
was to make the
not
season
the
5 boys, that's what I would do because it's funny, it's stupid, but
but yeah, this episode, for a bit of controversy around this finale, JD, the
uh,
original title of the episode was Assassination Run. It is now called Season 4 Finale. They've not made a clever name for it or anything. They just call it Season 4 Finale. Do you know why they do that, JD?
they do I know why they changed the name of it?
Yeah, from Assassination Run.
Is it because of some certain real life events that have happened?
Mm-hmm.
It's been an eventful week. Pretty crazy week,
After we
James.
filmed, it happened after.
I know they probably filmed this and wrote like did all of it like way long ago, right?
Yeah,
And
it was like
then
over a year ago they
yeah,
recorded
and
all
then
this.
in the last week, in the last week we had history, James. A lot of history happening in our lives.
A lot. Fuck, man. This has been a very historic moment for the history books. Uh,
Yeah,
Donald J. Trump got shot
he was shot. I think I
in
was.
the ear.
Yeah, I
Were
was.
you there?
Well, no, I wasn't there for it.
Were
It was
you
quite a lot far
were you on the
away.
rooftop, JD? Were you
But
in
I
the
was
guy's
pretty
ear going,
close.
"Do it,
I
you can take him"?
I was there. I was the dude. Yeah, I was one of the guards. I was one of the
Yeah,
guards
you were.
staring at the dude climbing like the roof, and I was like, he's probably just trying
Somebody
to get a
else's
good
job.
view of it. It's not my job. But yeah, he was. I think Trump was doing a rally or something. One of
Yeah,
his speeches at a place, and he was almost killed. He literally almost
so
died there.
close,
It
so
was
close.
it was like it hit his ear, I think, and
Boys,
then
we nearly won.
it hit his ear, and then he ducked, and I think a bunch of service like Secret Service dudes came in, bodyguards to like cover him, and then I don't know what happened to the shooter. That's all I saw was that he was like
So
nicked in the ear. I saw the picture of him like holding up his hand as he was being
I've seen the
escorted
smiling
out.
friends image of him holding up his hand. Can you
Yeah,
make that the thumbnail?
you sent me the smiling
Can you
the
make
friends image
the
of it.
smiling friends one the thumbnail?
Mhm. Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. So the way this all evolved is he got shot in the ear, lifted his hand up to his ear, and then fell to the ground weirdly.
Yeah, because I guess when you get hit in the ear, it's just like I don't know if it's like a sharp pain that happens immediately. He like touches it a little bit, and I guess he realizes
Yeah.
it's like no ear there, right? It's like there's missing a part of his ear, and he's like, oh, and so he like crouches down. I hear him say on the mic like, I got to get my shoes
Trump,
first or something.
Trump looks at the camera and says, "Ruh-roh."
It was insane. I think some
Yeah.
people died, James. So
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I've
pretty
also
sad.
I know who died, and I've seen what they've said.
You
I've
know who
I've
died,
looked
like
into the people that
personally? They're
died.
your
Yeah,
friends,
they've
or
no, but I've seen what I'm saying is I know the names of the people that died, and when looking into, it, I'm like, wow, they were all fucking insane people. Holy
yeah, but
shit!
they died.
The accuracy from the inaccuracy. Whoa,
Yeah. So the shooter did kill. I
way
don't
to
know how
pick
many
them.
people. How many people did he kill? Two, or was it just
One,
one? Just one.
one, and he like critically injured the other one, but I'm pretty sure they recovered. From
Mhm.
what I've heard, he got off 5 shots, which is crazy to me because he was in scope with the snipers. There was like four
What did he
snipers
use? Was it
aimed
a sniper
right at
rifle
him.
or
He used a AR-15 with no scope, just the
no
bog
scope?
standard iron sights and a laser dot. Uh,
He had a laser on it.
he had a laser on it, which I'm going to tell you, from the distance he was at, they ain't doing shit for him
Yeah, I was about
with
to
that
say. I
with those
remember hearing
iron.
some reports that he was like kind of far away. So
It
him
was like
having no
over a
scope.
hundred yards
Yeah.
and on a roof shooting at an incline. He was shooting under duress because people were yelling at the Secret Service and cops like, "There's a guy up there with a gun," and nothing, nobody was doing anything.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy to me.
It's so
I
fucking
saw like the
crazy.
clip of the dude who was like, yeah, and I saw this man start climbing up that roof over there, and I pointed to the Secret Service. I was like, hey, look at that, man! And the whole time I was pointing at him, and he started shooting, and I was still pointing at him.
And I was like, "Give me the gun,
It was
I
pretty
shoot
crazy.
him instead."
I'm actually super surprised he managed to hit Donald Trump with no scope laser sight.
I'm
The
not
laser sight's
surprised.
actually OP. I'll just say it right now. It actually increases your accuracy by 50 points. Okay.
I love the Fallout memes that people have made where it's like when you use VATS in Fallout, you basically can select body parts for like a hit on them for like a certain effect, and it
Yeah.
gives you a number of how likely you are to hit it. And people were doing it for Donald Trump. They're like, it's 50 on every limb, and then when you go to the head, it's just literally the number one.
Wow.
um, it's crazy to me because when you look into like the information of the kid, he's not very skilled. He's very like kind of
It was a
new at what
kid?
he's. Yeah, he was like 20.
Damn.
Yeah. He was a registered Republican, by the way. He was not a Democrat as they kept trying to claim. He also wasn't Chinese, which they were trying to claim.
It was a CCP agent.
He was a white man. He also, if you look into it, might have been your average Trumper as well.
Your average what?
Trumper. Trump fan.
Trump heard? Oh,
Yeah.
Trump head.
Yeah, Trump head.
Oh, so
Unlike Trump's
why did he
head.
try to kill him?
It's very unclear. They're not really kind of going into a lot of the stuff about him. They're talking about like the last things he looked at. Certain people are denouncing them like being responsible for any radicalization, which I think is pretty false because they do this every time there's a shooter who especially directly mentions them. Like that guy who went up and shot up like a bunch of Muslim people and then was like, Tim Pool made me do this. And Tim Pool's like, I don't know why people would do this. I don't get it. Why would anybody take the things I say and then go and do this after I've incited violence? It's been a
It's
lot
just a
of that
mystery.
from the news and whatnot. People are trying to blame Biden for it, but it's kind of crazy that they are because, again, this was a Republican. So I don't think he heard Biden and went, you know what? This Democrat's got a point. The
Yeah,
direct
well,
rival
I
to
don't know,
my
James.
guy. It's just stupid the way they're trying to be like, no, he wasn't one of us, and it's like, no, he's registered. He described by every person around him believed in the Republican cause. He had Trump flags in his yard. He wore "Make America Great Again" hats. The school.
And
This
he just
kid believed.
decided one day he's like, I'm gonna go and shoot him. I'm gonna kill him.
It's not clear what fully happened because they haven't given us much information. They've said he's a gamer. They said the very last thing
Oh
he
yeah,
looked at on
of
his.
course he's a gamer. That's the whole.
They,
That's the reason why.
they
He's a
said
shooter. He's a gamer.
they said the very last thing he looked at on his phone was porn. And I gotta say, fellas,
What
it's
the-
time to stop gooning.
He said he put down his
It's not
phone
good
that was
for
playing
you.
porn. He's like, it's time to stop gooning. Climbs up
Yeah.
to the roof. That's actually crazy.
It's like when a soldier has
Dude,
like
if
a picture of the
holy
person
crap,
they love.
if Donald Trump was killed by a dude who was just watching porn, inexperienced shooter, 20 years old, porn addict. What? That would have been insane.
Bro, bro had to goon so he could get a bit of clarity for what he had to do.
He was in that post nut clarity. It gives him a 50% boost in accuracy, but it still wasn't high enough.
Oh my god, dude, it's so fucking funny. All the
That
circumstances of the
sounds so.
situation.
I
The
almost don't
situation's
believe
so
you, James,
stupid.
because sometimes
It's real.
I
It's
know
real
that
though.
I know that you sometimes get a bunch of things wrong, so I don't have
So you
to.
want to know another thing? There was a
Yeah,
cop on the roof with him.
was there?
Yes. Would
As
you
he
like
was,
to know
is
what
that why
happened?
he was taken out so quickly? Because I saw
No.
the clip where he's like, the shots are fired, and then like 30 seconds later, they were saying like the shooter's down or something, like he was killed.
Yeah, they shot him pretty swiftly. Again, they let him get off 5 shots. An AR-15 is not an automatic rifle; it's a semi-automatic, so you have to pull the trigger manually 5 times. So
I
that
mean,
means he had the time to squeeze off 5 before they even got to him with maybe 1. I'm going to assume. Also, this cop that was on the roof, basically the only person to respond to the reports of people saying there's a guy on the roof with a gun, he goes up there, he's on the roof, he says, "Hey, what are you doing?" The kid spins around, points the gun at him, and his first response is, "Well," and jumps off the roof.
what?
Sorry, more specifically, he falls off the roof
Yeah.
as a response.
Well, I
And
mean,
then the
if it was
kid,
just a, I mean, if I was standing on a roof and I got a gun pointed at me, I'd probably make a
yeah,
little
but if
fumble
you
and
just got told
fall
a guy
off.
on the roof had a gun and you just walk up and you casually go, "Hey, what are you doing?" Then you fall off the roof immediately. Like, were you not prepared? Did you not have your own drawn? Were you not ready to try to stop this person who they said had a gun point at the
Well, I don't know,
at the
James. Maybe
former
maybe you just
president?
didn't believe the guy. You know, somebody like that walked up to you. And he's like, "Hey, there's a dude around the corner with a gun." I mean, would you believe that kind of guy, James?
I
I
don't
feel
know,
like you
JD.
wouldn't.
Am I a cop? Am I a fucking cop at a place where you have to keep an eye out for that? But
Maybe it was
yeah,
an intern or something.
but yeah. Apparently, the cop, as he was falling, he heard the shots going off. So that means that when the kid got disturbed,
He's like,
that's why
"Oh, I've
he.
been busted. I need to just."
Yeah. So apparently, it's
Okay.
with the way the situation breakdowns. That's why he was such a bad shot. People are supposing they had a much clearer shot till the cop
I don't know.
interrupted.
That seemed like a pretty. That seemed like a pretty amazing shot to me. Like, I'm surprised he got anywhere close
Again,
to that.
it's he's shooting on an incline, which if you're not used to shooting, that can really fuck you up for the first time. He's, squeezing off with no sights from a pretty good distance, under duress of people yelling at you and you just getting caught. It is a good shot. It could have just been a lucky shot, though, is what I'm saying.
Oh, it was
For the
probably a lucky
situation
shot.
at hand.
Damn.
Uh, Big ups, big ups.
Yeah, I
John
know, James.
Wilkes and Lee Harvey are up in fucking heaven, being like, "Yeah, I can't believe you fucked up that badly."
Yeah, well, I mean, Jason, you want to
Lee
just
Harvey's in the
shoot
headset
people all the
going,
time.
"It's okay, it's okay. We don't all get him." And then he's telling John Wilkes Booth to calm down. You walked up behind the man. Uh, that's been my favorite meme. Is the people being like John Wilkes Booth and Lee Harvey Oswald commentating on this as if it was a sporting event. And then they just post up like they're about to shoot somebody when they're describing how to do it. Uh, this has been so funny of a situation with the outcome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Also, the building he was on top of. Guess what was inside, JD?
What was inside?
A bunch of Secret Service members who were supposed to secure the building.
Oh,
Guess what they were doing?
the incompetence. They were
Guess what they were
not
doing?
securing the building or something. I don't know.
Oh my god, dude, this isn't real life. And then and then the RNC conference happened. And what did Trump do? He wore a bandage in the weirdest way over his ear. And he said, I shouldn't be here.
Huh.
I shouldn't be alive right now. And everybody in the audience went, "Oh, don't say that." That's fucking insane. Oh my god. And dude, Matt Gaetz had weird Botox and shit. Oh my god, it's been so great. And Biden dropped out also.
Yeah, I heard about that. He's not in the running anymore.
Thank fucking god.
Yeah, a bunch of people were like, "Oh man, finally."
I'm sighing a fucking relief, like, oh my god. Holy shit. we're free of one devil. They missed him on day one. We got the other one.
The other devil. Two devils in a cup.
We had two devils on our shoulders, and we were able to at least shoot one of them away.
Hmm.
That's my favorite thing, is everybody being like, Jesus Christ, curve that bullet. You people are fucking crazy, man. I don't know how they do it. I genuinely don't. Oh my god. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
anyway, that did happen. Another important thing that
I
happened.
thought you said that didn't happen.
No, I said that thing happened. That's what I
No, I
said.
know. It's just I thought you were like, after all that, I deny its existence. After all that video proof and evidence, didn't happen. I don't believe
I
it.
heard the Halo TV show was canceled.
Yeah.
Did it? Wait, this was the second season already out, or
Yeah, second season was already out, and it's
okay?
not being renewed for a third one.
Yeah, no
I've heard
third
that they are
season.
searching for a new network to be on.
Hmm.
I've heard reports, I don't know how true they are, but apparently pretty quickly after this news broke, Christopher Nolan was trying to acquire the rights for him for Warner Brothers
Yeah,
to make the show. I think that'd be cool. I don't know how true it is, but people are saying, or not people, but some sources are saying that's the case. I know Halo itself is trying to find a new network to be on. And what's really crazy about all of this is that it doesn't really make sense if you're trying to think from like a logistical point of view, because the second season performed really well.
yeah, I did it.
Like, it
I would
did.
know.
Like,
I don't
I know you
keep
wouldn't.
up
That's
with
why
that
I'm
kind of
telling
stuff.
you, dumbass,
Okay, James. Yeah, just I
bitch,
always just don't believe you. So
bitch.
it performed really well. That's why it's been canceled.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's confusing, because it was their best performing season. I think it was one of their
What was the
best
previous
performing.
publisher?
Huh?
Who's the previous publisher of the Halo TV show? Like, who's the one who aired it? CW or
Paramount.
oh
What do you
Paramount?
mean CW? They could never do anything on that quality.
On
I
that quality? I don't know.
Yes, I'm sorry, but that's like insane, because have you seen what the CW's made?
No, I haven't.
They they've made like literal trash. Like, I don't think anyone would compare what Halo's done as a show to what CW does, even if they don't like it, because that's just like, that's not even close to how bad.
Uh huh.
But yeah, they were aired and made by Paramount. Uh, and again, it's confusing because it's one of Paramount's best performing shows on their app, and had one of the best like ratings and uh, viewer retention and whatnot for this last season as well. So it's a very odd of like, well, did you guys just want to get rid of it because like the reaction to season one? Is that why? Like, it
It's
doesn't really
been a
make sense
long
when
time since that reaction to season one, though.
right, but the thing is, they greenlit season two right away before season one aired because of the original reactions to it, and they had already started filming. So they couldn't like just stop filming by how far in they already were and whatnot. So I wonder if maybe that's the reason why, and that they were just like, oh, finally an excuse. And it's like, but why? It's again one of your best performing shows. It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, I mean, unless it
These
just
actions will
wasn't the
confuse
best
literally
performing show
anybody.
and you're just lying to me, James.
Okay,
Maybe
then
it's
look it
actually
up. I don't know what
terrible.
to tell you. Hey JD, I'm sorry, but like I don't know what to tell you. That's just genuinely the facts.
Oh, really?
That's the facts, Jack.
It's the facts, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Hmm. Okay.
like just fucking said.
I don't know, James. Just it's
What
coming
he
from you.
just
Facts
said.
coming from you, huh, James? Like facts in quotations or
From you.
just facts in
You
like
can tell.
quotations or like
I don't know, JD. Are you a bitch?
I don't know, James. I feel like the only bitch here is just the Halo, whoever's running the Halo TV show, because it's no
No,
longer it's canceled. It's just not there
no.
anymore.
But yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't think anyone's from the shows have said anything about it yet as well. Let me double check.
Oh, like the showrunners.
Yeah, and like Pablo Schreiber, because I know he was a head producer as well as the guy that played, Mischief.
Yeah.
Um,
Mr. Chief.
no, he hasn't said anything, I don't think. He's just posted videos of him walking the streets of I don't know what city he's in. Oh my god, it's fucking Britain. It's the River Thames, whatever they call that fucking cesspool of a river.
They always call them rivers, but they're more like sewers.
Yeah, that's actually genuinely a fact. It's literally just sewage waste, but they call it a river for some reason, and it's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I hope it gets picked up for another season. Again, without performed, I can't see it really like there being like any downside to picking it up for a third season. As long as like you keep the same crew and whatnot, I think it'll just perform better again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, hey,
And hell, I bet with a new studio, you probably get them even doing more fan servicey stuff as well.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't affect me whether or not it comes back or not. So I hope it comes
Yeah, I
back
know.
just for you, James. You know,
Oh, thank you, buddy.
if you were the only person who watched it, hey, that's good enough.
I
Well,
mean,
it's
I
not good
wasn't.
enough for
Hey,
them,
that's
but
nice, man.
it's yeah, you know, because
Again, I wasn't the only person, but thanks, man.
yeah. Well, I
Other
mean, you
people
know,
did watch the show.
it's okay that you're
Other people
schizophrenic and
watched
you
the
think there's
show.
other people, but you're okay. You're gonna be just fine.
Eat, eat,
Anyway, another week, another YouTuber who comes out to be, you know, not the greatest of people.
got you this time.
Last week it was Dr. Disrespect. This week it's Cody Co. Allegedly.
Oh,
There's not like I don't think there's like solid evidence against it yet, but the evidence
mean,
that is there is pretty.
I wouldn't say it's not solid.
Yeah, it's not enough to just ignore it. And I don't think he said anything about it yet. He's doing
Nope.
the silent treatment on that, just ignoring it. But apparently, what happened was I think he had sexual relations with a minor a while ago.
I did not have sexual relations with that man.
I
I
had
did.
sexual relations with that minor, and it was actually another YouTuber, I think.
Why did you say it like the the fucking hold on,
Why did I say like what?
like my favorite soundbite, JD. The way
I don't
you
know. I was
said,
just doing
I did not have it. It just gave me the gravitas of Sarda.
yeah. So it was Tana Mojo Tana
Mogo. Yep.
Montu. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but it was her. She was like I think 17 at the time, or yeah, 17 at the time, and he was like 20 something. So yeah, that was strange. And I think she talked about it a while ago, and also somebody else talked about it a while ago, like another
Wait, what did
YouTuber.
you say for the ages?
I think she was 17 and he was like 25, 24.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to
something like
double check.
that.
Yeah, 25. Just want to double check and make sure you had them right.
Yeah. So that came
What'd you
out,
say?
and now, you know, people don't like him very much, and you know,
Understandable.
that's understandable.
Hey, fair reaction.
Obviously, you know, we gotta wait until his side of the story comes out, but right now it's not looking too great.
Gonna be honest, it's been a same story for a lot of years. I
I
feel
gotta be
like
honest. There's this history. It repeats itself sometimes.
I'm gonna be honest, fellas. This history, it's been said for a long time, and it's repeating itself
Yeah,
again.
you know, I'm not the biggest Cody Ko fan. In fact, I don't really watch much of his stuff. I've seen some of his videos.
I'd say I was a fan for a while. I wasn't aware of any of this though, which is the crazy thing because it feels like
Were
I
you
would have
sure about that?
heard.
Just a little bit. Okay. Apparently, no
Um,
one was. Like, no one has
yeah,
ever heard of it.
that's what I was gonna
Apparently.
say. Like, it felt very buried when I learned about it. I was like, whoa, wait, what? What
What?
happened? What?
Yeah. So now he's not doing too great.
Oh no, consequences of my actions for being with a
Yeah.
minor.
Yeah. But
Whoa.
now, you know, he kind of.
Kung Fu.
Of course, he had to go and ruin that one meme that I like to use. I like to use it where the whole like "ew, dude."
Yeah. Him and
Yeah,
Noel Miller.
such a
I'm
classic
curious.
meme.
I'm curious what'll happen to them.
His friend.
Yeah, because they do a podcast show on like a pretty high budget stage. So
Yeah, I'm pretty
all
sure.
the
Aren't they
crew
like
and cast
musicians
that are
now or something?
employed, yeah, they are called TMG, Tiny Meat Gang. They make
That's a
songs.
pretty good name.
They have a sound stage where they do a podcast on with like a big like made like fancy set that they like custom made and everything. They they have a whole group of people they employ for that. So what's gonna happen?
I don't know. I think they're
And
probably
you're
gonna have
laid
to.
off, and you're laid off, and you're
They
laid
either
off, and you're laid off.
yeah, all everyone involved in that's just gonna have to be a bye bye. You know,
Death. Bye bye.
that's unfortunate for them. So I guess he not just ruined his own thing. It just there's a lot of other things, a lot of other people's careers they ruined too.
Way to go, Squidward. You ruined SpongeBob's favorite holiday.
Good job, Squidward. It was just supposed to be a prank, right? April Fools. But yeah,
Ruined for
I mean
everyone.
that happened. So I guess a bunch of people who's Cody Co fans, be suffering right now.
Go to go fans. Are we losing?
And they're not going to be back. Anyway, though, I do have to, run some errands and stuff
Hey,
today.
Doug.
Obviously in the same grand. Oh yeah, one last thing. I almost forgot about this. Logan Paul sued CoffeeZilla.
Oh, awesome. Can't wait for him to lose.
After it's been a while since that last controversy. I don't know if you remember, James, but Crypto Zoo.
I do.
Crypto Zoo is a cool, fun game where you can make a lot of money in. His words, not mine. And it turned out to be not that. And then CoffeeZilla did a whole expose on it.
CoffeeZilla's like, hey, here's all this real information you can go find for yourself.
CoffeeZilla's like, hey, wait a minute. And then so he did like a 3-part series on Crypto Zoo, exposed Logan Paul.
It was fantastic.
And then Logan Paul's like, I'm gonna make everything right. And then he didn't. So
and then Logan Paul lied to our faces once again. And
he said,
for some reason, people
he said, bold of you to
him.
assume that Crypto Zoo's never coming out because it is. And then fast forward like 7 months and it's not out and it's not going to be out.
And CoffeeZilla's like, hey, you didn't do that. And Logan Paul's like,
but recently Logan Paul's like, you know what? I think I'm going to sue him. And I think it might be because of a recent X that CoffeeZilla posted where he's like, this is the same guy. Logan Paul is the kind of guy to thank you for exposing his scam and then block you on X or something. He said something like that. So it was pretty funny.
I mean, that's literally what he did, though.
That is what he did. He posted like screenshots of him.
Look, you can't sue somebody for factual information.
It was 2 screenshots of the first picture of his video where Logan Paul's like, thank you for calling it out. I always got to own up to my mistakes. And the second screenshot is him blocked off his Discord.
That's literally what happened, though. He literally was like, thank you for calling us out. And
now
I'll be able to. No. Now I'll be able to rectify these actions.
Yeah, so you sued him for, I think,
I'm going to sue you.
It was defamation, I think, which is not going to work. I don't think it is. No, it's just...
It's so easily unprovable, though, because he said it.
Defamation cases are always hard to win, and in this case, it's even harder to win because it's not going to work.
Well, man, I can't wait for you to fucking lose this one hard. Like, what? Who the what?
What's wrong?
It's just they're so stupid.
Yeah. Well, James, that's all I had to. That's all I had on my list for this time. So history in the making.
I got something.
Oh yeah, did you want to? What would you have? Is it? It has to be not Transformer related.
How did you know?
Because it's always something Transformer related.
I built 3 shelves for all my Transformers.
Oh, nice! Holy crap! There's a lot of Transformers on there.
And that's not even all of them. I've still got like 2 big boxes, and then the rest of them that are on my desk.
Oh, huh?
Yeah, look at them all up there. You got the Gundams and
Looks nice.
The Transformer, the Star Wars. the Transformer, Roy Harper, Snake Eyes, and then that picture of Ruby up in the corner.
Oh, very nice. I'm not one much for decorating my room, but it looks good. Well, James, thank you for sharing all your thoughts about this. How, you wish that the assassination of the president was a thing.
Was successful, yeah.
Yeah, it was successful.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I would have.
You would have done it? Okay.
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I would have.
Yeah. Are you gonna pull that same kind of logic with the people you don't like? We're like, I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, but
yeah, I'm not saying. JD, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
Well, I'll just let you guys know. I don't care much for
anything. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know, James. I know you would do it. I know you would literally spend the rest of the money that you have on yourself right now to go fly out there and do it. But I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Hey, to the CIA agent out there, I don't care about it. But if you want to get anyone, I'm saying James is a pretty big threat here. So James, he's literally holding a weapon. Like, he turned on his webcam, he's holding a weapon at me right now. I'm going to cut you off on whatever, if you say whatever it is. James,
screwdriver.
If you guys enjoyed, you should subscribe. And we do this every Sunday. That's when the episodes come out.
I wouldn't have missed.
James, all this stuff is in the description, so if you like him, you can go check him out there. That'll be it from me, though. James, bring us out.
I'm just saying.